Yo, what's up, guys? We're back for another breakdown and predictions video, and this week we got a pretty good card, interesting card with Grant Dawson taking on Bobby Green in the main event. Two guys that well known by fans. I feel like obviously Bobby Green is the veteran that they're trying to build a name for Grant Dawson off of, so it's going to be kind of the battle in that fight, but interesting card all around and definitely excited to break it down. We're coming off a really good Dana White Contender Series last night where we hit a plus 1,500. We hit two underdogs with the two Brazilian fighters and went 4 for 4 on the predictions. So that was really awesome. It was the best Contender Series performance that we've had this year. Hopefully we're going to bring that momentum into this week. And like I was saying on that video, there's a ton of MMA going on this week, man. There's Octagon MMA, there's Bellator 300, which has a ton of fights, has some high-level fights, has title fights. There's LFA, there's a few other events, and I definitely am going to be getting into breaking all that down and looking into quite a few fights. I already have some bets for UFC, quite a few bets, and I'm feeling pretty confident on this card. I feel like I got a good read on some props that are mispriced that we're going to be able to take advantage of. And I also believe that Bellator 300 and a couple other of these smaller shows, even the LFA or the One Fight Night show, potentially could have some value in certain positions as well. So definitely going to be looking to take advantage from some spots this week betting. And you know where to go when you want to get some of the best bets in the world for MMA. That's patreon.com/MMA Prediction Guru. So I really appreciate everyone that goes over there, checks it out, helps build the channel, and it helps you guys make some money. And let's try to get a lot of likes on this video, man. Share this video if you can. I was a little bit disappointed with the views on my Contender Series video. I know I was gone for a week, but damn, man. I mean, hopefully you guys come back. I definitely want to get at least 1,000 views on every video, so that was a little bit disappointing. But yeah, man. Feel like I deserve some more respect in that in terms of views. So hopefully we can get this video up in terms of views. I would really appreciate that. Hit the like button, share it, and giving off some really good information. So hopefully you guys could enjoy this video and we can get some more views on it. But let's get in this first fight of the night here. The first fight of the night with JJ Aldrich, and she's going to be taking on Montana De La Rosa. And this is a very interesting fight. We got Montana De La Rosa, who's kind of coming in here on a skid where she has lost 2 fights in a row. And she was originally going to fight a different opponent, too. She was going to fight Stephanie Egger, who is way different stylistically than JJ Aldrich. So kind of a tough thing for her. And Aldrich, she just fought August 26th, so she's coming in on short notice, but she should be in pretty good shape. And she's a veteran. She's always going to be ready, kind of fight the same style. We know what we're going to get from her. And De La Rosa, like I said, she's lost 2 in a row, and she only has 1 win in her last 5 fights. So really has struggled, and she's been fighting really high-level competition, so it's hard to hold it too much against her. Whereas Aldrich, she's won 4 of her last 6, but she's fought more low-level fighters. So it's a good matchup to show who's going to get a top 15 opponent or kind of close to a top 15 opponent next, and who's going to end up probably being out of the UFC sooner than later and probably getting a bad matchup or a gatekeeper type of fight for their next fight. But Montana De La Rosa is definitely better than her record indicates. I mean, she's big for the weight. She could switch stands. She has improved her defense. And as a striker, she's still a little bit stiff, but she's gotten better at finding her timing and landing crosses or overhands and using that to get the clinch. And she has all right kicks. In this fight, she's going to have to be aggressive and not stay at range where Aldrich is going to pick her apart if they do stick there. Her timing is good on her clinch entries, and that's what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to use her size, use her grittiness, use her kind of tenacity, get that clinch, use her head positioning, get the body lock, and she could take the back from standing, good back control. On top, she has good ground and pound, and she can win fights with ground and pound submissions. She trains with Team Elevation, so her cardio is on point, training in Colorado. And she hung tough with Macy Barber. She gave her a hard fight. Macy Barber's a top 5 girl, and she's super tough. I mean, before her last fight, she had never been finished in the UFC. And being on a 2-fight losing streak is never where you want to be, so she is going to have a lot of pressure to get the win here. But JJ Aldrich, long, rangy southpaw. She brings that same style to the cage every fight. She's slick, good timing, good accuracy. She'll keep opponents at bay with their pot-shotting jabs or 1-2s, and she can wrestle and grapple also. She has decent timing on her level changes. She can hit takedowns when she goes for them. I feel like she is an underrated grappler. She also has good takedown defense. She's hard to track down. She cuts angles well, good at denying the clinch and keeping it where she wants it. Power for Aldrich isn't there, though. We haven't really seen girls that really respected her power. In certain fights, there have been fighters that walked through her shots, made it a dogfight, and Aldrich can wound a little bit when she gets in some bad situations. She wants to be in a low-volume tag sort of fight where she's touching and moving and not getting hit very much, and when it gets ugly, sometimes she can fall apart. But she definitely has a striking advantage, though, and the grappling will be interesting because I think that Aldrich is underrated on the ground. She's good in the clinch, too. And even in her last fight, I mean, people are bagging on her for getting taken down, but she showed great technique, using that butterfly guard to get back up to her feet really quick. And every time she gets taken down, she tends to get back up quickly. Cardio for Aldrich has never been an issue. Both these girls train in Colorado. I feel like this fight could go either way. I agree with the line. I mean, I think that now it's getting a little bit more on the De La Rosa, like is coming out as a minus 150 now. So I'm going to go with Aldrich just because she's the underdog. Originally, she opened as a big favorite, and I think she's going to take a decision here. I think De La Rosa to win by sub is a sneaky bet, but if she can't finish the fight, I think Aldrich is going to be more effective on the feet. I think she's going to be able to hold her own in the wrestling and grappling, clinch, and win a decision. I mean, we've seen De La Rosa lose decisions consistently at the UFC level, and she's 3-5 in her career in decisions, whereas Aldrich is 9-3 in decisions in her career. So if De La Rosa doesn't finish, I think Aldrich edges it, and I think JJ has shown that she's a great grappler, a very good grappler in her own right. I mean, even in the fight with Erin Blanchfield, Blanchfield couldn't take her down. I mean, she took Blanchfield down multiple times and ended up getting submitted because of a mistake where she kind of slipped. So that's what she has to avoid. She has to avoid kind of that mental error where Montana capitalizes and snatches the neck and gets a front choke or something stupid, and JJ loses the fight. But I don't think that De La Rosa is just going to go out there and just manhandle her and out-wrestle her and out-grapple her with ease. So I feel like Aldrich is going to edge it, and I'm going to go with JJ Aldrich via decision.